Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, let's see how we can automate some more APIs. So here, so we saw get, we saw put. Let's see get API, right? So I will just find get. Yes, get. I just want to see get issue here. Okay, create issue, get issue, right? So we can use this one. Okay. So if you want to get issue, right, we have created the issue, we have added the comment and we updated the comment. Now suppose you want to get the issue. So what is the template they have given? So this is the resource. Okay. So let's do it in the Postman. Okay. So I will say here in the Jira collection, I will create one more request, get request. Request name is get issue. Here, let's provide the name of the API collection. So let's say Jira API. Save to Jira API. Okay. Very good. And then we need the URI, base URI, that is our local host, right? So let's copy it. This is our base URI. And then we need the resource URL. The resource URL, we can get it from here. It's saying REST. So REST we already copied. So after that, this is the resource URL. Okay. And we need the issue or key. Here we have to provide in the path parameter the issue. So suppose you want issue. So we have already created some issue, right? If you see here, the create issue. So if you want to get the idea of create issue, so what we can do, let's create one new issue now. So first we have to get the authorization key. Okay, so let's get that. Okay, and before that, just make sure like our Jira server, right? If you go here in your start, like say Jira, if I go here and I say Jira, see start Jira server. If suppose sometime if you turn off your laptop, so you need to just start your Jira server, then only you can access the Jira browser here, right? So here, okay, so your Jira server should be up and running. Now let's create the authentication key first. So we got this authentication key. Let's update it with the create issue. So we are going to create this issue here and we will provide in the headers. Let's update this here, and then I think yeah, everything is good. Just run it. So we created a new issue ID and the issue ID is this. Okay, so let's provide it here, get issue. So we want to get this issue ID here. Okay, now if you go here in this Jira, this here, so we created this now. Okay, but this don't have any comments because we don't have added any comments. So if you want to add any comment, you can add it here, or you can add using your comment that we have created the request. So just copy it here. Just copy this ID here, and then you go to the add comment and go to the headers and also update it here, this JSON ID, the cookie, and then suppose you want to add comments by auto API. Okay, so we got the comment and comment ID also. Okay, now if you go here in the Jira, so just refresh it here. So if you see it now, if you go down here and you see the comments, right? So they are saying there are 0 comments, right? So let's see what happened. Why there are 0 comments? We added a comment, right? Okay, let's see. Because we did not provide the issue ID, correct issue ID. Our issue ID is 10200. Okay, so here 10200. This is our issue ID. Okay, so that crossed the issue. Now I think we should be good. So let's see here. Now if you refresh and you go down here, so see the comment is added by us. So if you want to add one more comment, just say like API 1. Okay, so we added one more comment. want to add one more comment, you can add as many comments you want. So if you refresh here and go down, so now we have 2 comments. Okay, so now what we want to do is like we want to get the issue. So we provided the issue ID in the path parameter, but so if you go to this document that Jira has provided, if you want to get the issue, this is the resource ID. What else they want us to provide is this query parameters. So whatever fields, because when you get the issue, there are lots of fields that we can get. So if you don't provide this query parameter, let's run it and see what is happening. So we provided it in the headers. We can provide let's see what we have. Content type is there or not, let's see that. So there is no content type. So if you want, you can add a content type here maybe, right? So we can just copy it from anywhere, like we already have it here. So just copy this content type, copy it. Okay. content, VYPE content type, and this value. Okay, so we don't need any body because this is a GET request. Now let's send this. Now see what we got. We got all this response. It's a very big response because it has lots of details about our issues. So if you go copy it, let's copy it, Control A, and you go to this browser, and if you search JSON editor online, you will get this editor. You can just go to Google and search it like JSON editor online, and you can just go to this website. Okay, so I'm here. So what I'll do, I will Control A and I will delete, and I will paste it here. Oh, sorry. So I think it's not copied. So let me copy it here. Control C, and I will go here and Control V, and then let's see. Okay, so if you see these fields, we have 41 fields. Okay, so issue type, components, and all these details are there. Attachment is 0, and if you go, let's see here, right? See, if you see, there are 4 comments are there. So there are 2 comments that we added here, right? So you can see all these details. See the comment ID and author, the first comment added by IP. So everything is there. Now suppose you want only comments. So what we can do is, according to this document here, right? According to the document, you can provide the query parameter. See, they have sent query parameter. So we can just provide query parameter here. We can go to these parameters here, and we can provide, let's minimize it here. So we can provide the query parameters. So the parameters will be fields, FIELDS, fields. Okay, that's what they said. The name is fields, and the value will be, so suppose you want what you want, let's see what we want to retrieve. So suppose here in this we want comments or comment, right? We want comments, so we can provide that. Okay, so let's see, I want to retrieve comment. Okay, so I can provide it here, COMME comment. And now if you execute this, so again we got the value here. Now say Control A, Control C, and let's go again to the JSON editor here. Control A, so delete everything, Control V, and say like this. Now if you see, we have only one field. See, that is because we only wanted comment, so we got the comments. Okay, so we are just going to automate this process. Okay, how we can get the issue, and then we can verify, okay, whatever comments we added, there are lots of comments, like 1 comment, 2 comment, there can be 100 of comments. We will verify the comment that we added is there. So that we have to do now using our Eclipse. So let's see how we can do that. So now you go to the Eclipse. Let me launch my Eclipse here. So I'm just launching my Eclipse, and then we will be able to do it. Okay, good. So in the last video we have seen these things, right? Now I'm going to add. So in the last, this is like we added some attachment. Okay, now I'm going to I'm going to get the issue. Okay, so get issue using query parameter. So I will just write it here, get issue using query parameter. I'm just giving some comment, and path parameter, of course. So how we will do, we'll say okay, given. So same thing, given. If you want to log everything, you can say dot log dot all, or if you don't want, just say don't and then say filter. Okay, filter we have to provide so that we can provide the session here, this session. Okay, and we can provide everything like, okay, the session, the parameter, we can just copy it from here and we can provide it here. Okay, so we can provide the session, and we can provide the path parameter here, and then we can provide the query parameter also. So say dot query. If you don't want to provide the query parameter, that's fine, but if you want like some specific, why is giving the error? Session, right? Filter, so we don't need this session like this, dot filter. Okay, and then dot, if you have query parameter. Okay, so let's provide the query parameter here. Okay, like this, and the parameter value, so we will say fields, 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 and the value will be comment, because we only want to get the comment and verify that the comment that we added is added there. Okay, and if you want to log dot all, you can do that. Okay, let's do that, dot log dot all. Okay, after that, so this is our given, dot when, and then we will say dot get. So get, we have to provide the URL. So we already have the REST assured base URI, so we just need to provide the remaining part. Like let's go here and go here, and here we can see what is the resource URL. So this, from here to here, this much. So just provide it here. But here we can provide the issue ID, right? The issue ID is this. So, uh, so this is the path parameter. So you can just provide this issue ID actually, because we just need the issue ID. Okay, what else we need? So if you see here, REST API 2 issue ID. What else we need to provide is like yeah, I think then it should be fine. Then we can say dot then, and then what we want to do, then dot log, if you want to log everything again, dot all, and since we want to verify the comment, so we can maybe extract it, dot extr extract, you can say dot response dot as a string. So we can do this and we can take it here, string stri string I double s issue. So we got the issue back. Okay, now we will verify the things later. First, let's execute this and see whether we are able to get through this. Okay, so let's run it. Before that, what I will do, instead of this issue ID, the issue ID that we have created, we can use that one maybe. So let's see, the issue ID that we just created now is this, right? 10200. So let's copy this and use this issue ID, because we just created it now. So okay, here issue ID we can provide here like this, and then here like this, and then here like this, and control this. Okay, and now let's run it. So everything is passed, see, and we got the response back and everything is good. Now since we want to verify our response. So what we can do, we can use again the JSON path, right, to parse it. So let's use the JSON path. JSON path JS is equal to, and if you already have used JSON path here somewhere, no, right? Okay. So JSON path JS is equal to new JSON path, and here we can provide the string this. Okay, and also now we are good. So we can use the JSON part to pass this into the JSON. Now we have this JSON. What we can do? So first of all, if you go here in this, when you did like this, right? We saw it here in the browser. Let's see it. So we got these comments. We will get two comments actually. If you see here fields, inside the fields we got comment and then we got comments, right? So we got two comments actually. See here. So we got two comments. So we have to verify like how many comments are there, and then we have to use some for loop to verify the comment. Suppose our comment is this one, right? Second one. So this is the latest comment that we added. First comment by auto API 1. So we want to verify that this comment is there. So how we can do that? So first of all, what we have to do, we have to count how many comments are there. So how we can do that? So let's see. So JS dot get. Okay, so we can say js dot get, and inside that we have to say like this and say like this. Okay, let's get it in integer. Int integer total comment is this. Okay, so we have to get the comment, total comment, how many comments are there. So let's see how we can do that. Here if you see here, so fields dot comment dot comments. Okay, so we have to get the size like this. We have to say fields, field, fields dot comment comments dot comment comment dot size. So this will give us the how many comments are there. Okay, and then we can run a for loop. So we can say just for loop. Then it's very easy here now. So we just copy it here. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than total comment, and I plus plus. Okay, what else we can do? Now we have to say, okay, so we are going to every comment, right, one by one. So we have to say, okay, the what's the comment that we have added here? Let's see. So we added the comment. Suppose when you go here, first comment by API, suppose we are saying 2. So this is the comment that we are adding again. Okay, we will, when we will execute next time, so we are adding this comment, first comment by auto API 2. Okay, so what we can do is, so first let's retrieve the comment one by one. So how we can retrieve the comment? JS dot get, right? So JS dot get, and then we will say inside here, let's copy this fields dot comments dot comment. You have to go till here comment. Okay, if you see here, so we'll go to fields dot comment dot comments. Inside this we have 0 1 like that, right? So we will go by one. So we'll say like this, and here in this we have to provide let's do like this, plus I plus. Okay, so we are going with fields comments comment 0. Okay, so we got the first comment, like 0th comment dot id, right? So if you go here again, so every comment has id like 10201, then something like that. So we will use that id. If that comment id is equal to let's see if we have the comment id. We so when we are adding the comment here, right? So issue id, let's see if we are retrieving the comment id here. Okay, so when we are adding the comment id here, we didn't retrieve the comment id, right? So we have to retrieve the comment id. Okay, So we have to use the JSON path here as well. Okay, so let's do that. It's not very difficult now. So we can just say like, okay, JSON path just here. Here instead of saying issue, we will say given, right? So we have to get this also in the comment response, right? So let's see how we can do that. So here status code dot extract dot response dot as string. Okay, so we are just extracting everything when we are adding the comment, and we will store it in the string comment. Comment. We'll not say comment because we have the comment, so we'll say comment response, and then we will just copy this and we will provide it. No, not like this. So we'll say comment response. Sounds good now. So we did this. Now what we want to do, we want to retrieve the comment. So int integer comment id is equal to js dot get. Okay, and what we want, get integer, right? And then let's do like this and just say like this. Okay, so when you get the comment, if you see here in the somewhere here when we added a comment, so see, this is the response. So you can say get id. Okay, so here we can say get id, so you will get the comment id. Now we got the comment id, we can use this comment id here is equal to, but our comment id here is integer, but we want to compare it with this. Okay, so dot id, so we will, what we will do like this, and okay, so what's the problem here? So when we are saying here js dot get, maybe here also we can say js dot get int. Okay, so let me see what's the issue here. Just give me a second. Okay, so the first error that was like js1, right? We have already one object created of json object js, so we have to rename it with something else. So I just renamed it js1, and then here we have to provide actually if condition, right? We are doing if. So if js dot get int, the comment will go like suppose 10 comment, 5 comment, whatever, it will go one by one, and it will comment with the comment id that we have added. Okay, we are getting this comment id from here. Okay, now if it is equal to this comment id, then we can say okay, then that is our comment, right? So we can say okay, string, we can say our our comment is equal to, so we got the comment. Now we have to get the comment body or something like that. So we can say like okay, js1 dot get string path. Okay, and here we have to say again fields. So just copy it from here, fields dot comments dot comment. Better I copy it from here because we need I. Control C, Control V. Okay, so when you are copying like this, it's saying like this because we have to remove this and we have to remove this. Okay, then we want the comment. Suppose we go, this is our comment, so we want body, right? Because body has our description of the comment, so we want body. So here we will say dot body. So we got the body of our comment, and then what we want to say, okay, let's say string, right? String, our comment is this. So we got the comment, and maybe we can say here dot to, we can change it to the string format. Okay, so we got our comment. Now we can compare with the comment that we have added. So what we can say, assert dot assert equals, and we need string, right, equals. Okay, so what is the actual comment? Actual comment is this comment that we are getting here. Okay, and what is the expected comment? Expected comment is whatever comment we have added here, right? This is the this. Okay, so suppose this time we will say 3 here. Okay, so suppose we are adding a new comment. Okay, and then we will say here, so we want to verify that the comment we added is added here. Now if you run it, let's run it. See, so it's saying one failed. Okay, so let's see what is failing. So here everything is good, good. Cannot invoke java.lang.integer int value because return value of bar get string is null. Okay, so we have this problem. So let me resolve it. Just give me some more time here. Okay, friends. So it looks like we have did some mistake here. If you see here, what is the fields comment comments? So filled comment comment. So here we are saying filled comment and then comments like this. Here also fields comment and then comments. Filled comment and then comments. So let's run it again. So again one failing. So let's see this time. It is saying fields. So you go to comments, fields, comments. So here if I go here, okay, so I think this is correct only, but here when we are saying get, we have to get int. Okay, so let's run it again because we are getting the integer, right? So that is the integer. So this time again it is failing. So why thing cannot invoke because the return value of our is now again the same place it is failing. So okay, friends. So here I just found out the mistake. So here we are saying JS, right? So it should be JS1. So this was the mistake it was we were doing. So now if I run it again, so now everything is good, 0 failures, and everything is passed. Okay. So this is how we can validate the comments that we have added using this. And there is one more thing that we can use, that is that we are getting this issue, right, using this. So you can suppose there is some we have to handle some https certification, right? Maybe because of that it's failing and you want to bypass that. So how you can do that? Here we don't need it, but sometimes if you need, you can just add it in your query, right? So what we can do is like so we can say maybe after given here you can say given dot relaxed, see, relaxed https validation. So just add it and save it. So this you can just bypass the https validation if it is any and your test is failing because of that. So just if you run it again, still everything will be pass. See, everything is passed. So that's it, friends, in this video. Let's meet in next video. Thank you. Bye.